let's. We're going to go over a bunch of league stuff to start with, and then we'll get into a course review. This will be the first time. We're going to try a new format for course reviews, so it ends up with a score at the end, and we'll do one a week. So let's get into Myrtle, because we'll just touch it quickly. I'm hearing a lot of chatter of a lot of maybes right now. So what we need to do is we need to be able to lock people in, and you need to be able to get your deposit in. So what we've done is we've redone the website. You'll notice on the website now there's a members only section. So I will let you in as a DBOG member, but you got to sign up. When you're in that section, you'll see another tab down to go to events. For the Myrtle Beach, buy a ticket. So buy your ticket for the Myrtle Beach so we can see where we're at. I mean, we've had some new players on your side, right? We're talking about?
Yeah, I had Eric Heiser hit me up yesterday talking about, hey, what's the plan? What's the deal? I talked to Eddie Susi at basketball on Monday.
He's in, right?
I'm saying he's in. You better book it, Eddie. Better sign up.
It's filling up.
Raza, same thing. I even called both of them to give them my little pitch.
Yeah, get those deposits in,
so
lock it in.
All right, so you buy the ticket on the website, and then you handle the deposit separately with you guys.
Yeah, and what does the ticket? What does the ticket really do? It gives us the head count, and it allows us to be able to communicate through the website, and it has your email in it and your number, so we'll be able to communicate as we get closer for travel plans. So one of the things that people are having a hard time with is travel. Like, how are you getting down there?
I think I'm gonna go by plane, but I have my uncle who just moved down there. My Uncle Jimmy literally just moved down there. So I don't know. I might stop by him beforehand and then drive right to Myrtle Beach. So I'm kind of torn right now.
So you got a little more freedom, or you could go earlier than even Wednesday if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So that should help a ton.
Yeah.
Wheels, man. I'm going to drive.
Also in there, a new 2v2 Live, our second one, is coming out. You can get a ticket to it. We're up to, I think, 12. That's why we got to redo and find the ticket. Right now, we don't even have the spot down. So we're 2 weeks out. It would be Friday the 20th, and it's DBoGS 2v2, the grudge match. Grudge match, why? Well, we've been calling out a lot of people.
A lot of people have been called out. I know I'm going to be there with my partner, class of 2005, the reunion, Chris Rush. I'm down for any challengers. I know I called out Donnie and Shane. Hopefully Shane can make it. I know Donnie said he was in, but I'm just taking all challengers. I think Rush and I are the best team there.
Wow. Class of 05, you infant.
Coming in hot.
Let's talk about the real twosome. Let's go, Jimmy. Who's your partner?
Man.
Class of 95, baby.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yeah, we're at our 30th reunion coming up. We're on highs right now. We're going to take you all down.
Yeah.
So a little bit about the format, too. We're going to have both best ball, so it's 2v2 best ball, but because you're playing best ball, you're always playing your own ball, so you do get a score for your 18. So there's going to be first and second teams for best ball, and then individual first and second for net score. So the net will be obviously against your handicap, and then the best ball, let's talk about this for a second. Let's say you have let's say Prisco and Heiser were a team, right?
So it's a hell of a team.
And you're playing best ball, that becomes way unfair.
Way unfair.
So to balance, do we do a percentage of handicap? Do we do a whole handicap? Do we just make sure the handicaps add up to at least 28?
I think it's got to, because if those two guys line up, I mean it's
that's just the worst case, or the outlier. But what should we do to stop that from happening?
Well, I think people should play with the partner that they want to play with. It's so that would just to lead up to what you're asking. So if two low handicappers want to play together, if there's two sixes playing against two 18s, there's got to be some math that can be done. Google probably has it.
Well, no, I can put it in there. Yeah, I can do. That's why I'm asking. What do we do? How do we handicap it?
It seems fair, but I'm a 20 handicapper.
Right.
If I was a 6, I might not like it.
I can do percentage of handicap too, because to me a full handicap on there might be rough, and that's just for the best ball part. The other part will be full handicap. It will be net score. So we'll put it out to the group. We'll ask in our chat. So I'll put a poll out there. How might we want to do that?
Only
and
vote
if it's
if you're
nothing,
coming.
It's nothing. We do nothing, and we just go at it, and may the best team win.
Yeah, and I think if you're doing handicap, even if it's a good player with a high handicap, it kind of gives them a chance to win too. That way you can have a partner that you really want to be with. You're not worrying about, I need to get the best player.
Yeah. That's why I kind of like the minimum combined handicap needs to be X. And I don't know what that is. I have to look at everyone in there. And
could you just take the best ball out of it and just say, me and you score, we take our handicap out, and whoever the other team is, they take, and just add up the totals. So if I shoot a 95 and you shoot a 95, we're 20 handicappers. We're 75.
Oh, no. That's not how best ball works. So
Well, I know.
best
That's
ball
what I'm
would
saying.
work
Why use best ball?
Because each hole is handicapped differently.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
So you could even if you do like 60%, you might only get like one stroke on one hole.
You got it.
That's it.
All
right. So yeah, it's not as grandiose as you were. Yeah, as you think it might
not grandiose. Mine was very simple. Here's what I would say.
I ended up taking 40 off. All right, here we go.
We'd take 40 off. The other guys would take 12 off. That's where I was going, just to make it simple. I would say this: if you're going to put the poll out, my own opinion, if you're not playing, don't vote.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
No skin in the game.
Yeah.
So skin in the game. I mean, we're not going to blast out what might be in there, but there's prizes and there's going to be buy-ins if you want to be part of those prizes. So yeah. Stay tuned for that and look in the chat for the details on that.
Always prizes.
I'm not trying to be nasty when I say don't vote, but it's like you're not there.
Yeah, if you don't have,
no,
you said it right.
no
Don't
horse
vote
in the
if you're not
race.
playing.
That was my call out.
So the next item I'd like to kind of review and talk about is we had a pretty successful takeover Shattuck event. 12 people. We had a full 3 groups back to back to back. What we ended up doing for a format, we made the first one, just everyone kind of played. And then on the second 18, that's when we had some formatting to it. So we did 36 holes at Shattuck, 18 just individual. Then we had a nice break in between, had some food. And then we did a 2v2, and we'll get into kind of the details around that. But like, start Austin, what's your overall thoughts around the attendance of it? The event itself, and we'll get into like the course ranking and stuff later, but the event itself and how you thought it went against expectations.
So I thought it went extremely well. At first playing, I was a little pissed. Hated the course. Didn't like it at all. I was so mad. And after that, the course started to come to me. I started playing better and better. I thought the people started opening up a little bit more, talking. A little people were talking a little smack. There's a couple of side bets going on with the the 2v2, so I like that. I thought overall I would 100% do it again, and I hope we even get more people and take it over the whole thing.
It's like a less pressure. It's not like a big event type thing. It was more let's get out there. I mean, it all started with you, right? So how did this all come about? We only had out of 12, what was there, only 6 or 8 dad bods?
Well, talking about how it came about, talk about the deal.
Yeah.
Talk about the deal. Talk about that deal.
Well, that's how it came about.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Well, but
Mr. Deal found something and built it around there.
Give him a shout out.
Yeah, Jimmy B. The B stands for bargain.
Yeah,
let's
give him a shout out.
Jimmy
Shattuck and Jaffrey. Like what happened? The reason this came about is because I actually went and played there earlier this summer solo. I just got out of work early, and I'm like, "Let's go, Jimmy. Let's go play some golf." I knew there was nobody there. Like I was looking all day at the tee times, and there were 4 available at 8, 4 available at 8:10, 4 available at 8:20. There was nobody there. So I showed up, I played at like 11. And when I walked into the pro shop, I paid for my 18 in the cart. And I saw the sign, it said $49 this summer, all you can play with a cart. And I'm like, so I asked, I'm like, hey, that's like, you guys doing this all summer? I'm hoping it actually goes into the fall. Because if you play out there in the fall, man, that place will be beautiful.
Foliage?
Nice and cool. So yeah, then I put it to you guys. I figured we'd just get 4 of us and go and do it. And then Foss, of course, because he likes to go grandiose. He's the one who's like, hey, let's turn this into the Dad Bods Gauntlet.
I do.
Yeah, whatever. It's an all right thing.
I like to have fun with a lot of people.
Yeah. So then it just grew legs from there. But the funny thing is we were dripping it out in the WhatsApp chat. And it really wasn't until maybe about 10, 14 days early, like before it, and then everybody started jumping in. Yeah. My brother, who hasn't played golf in years, is like, yeah, I'll play. My brother-in-law, who hasn't played all year, is like, I'll play. I played with those 2 and James. We had a great time. You got
Ryan and Sean.
Yeah, it was just fun. I thought it was awesome. And I agree with you, Austin. I mean, you get the first couple holes, you're just feeling that course out. None of you guys had played there before. And I knew exactly what you guys were walking in. That first hole alone, you got to like hit 6 iron to a corner. Because if you hit anything harder, you're going to lose the ball. Unless you're hitting bombs and you can clear that gap. But
talk about playing in the fall. You might as well bring 20 balls with you because you're probably going to lose them all.
Dude, I played one time with a guy who brought a friggin' leaf blower. He had a leaf blower in the cart, like a battery power, like because there were so many leaves out there. I was like, you got to be kidding me.
I have one in the sim made for it.
Dude, we were losing balls in the middle of the fairway. That was at a Green Meadow.
I'm coming prepared. I got a handheld leaf blower. The thing sounds like a jet engine though, so it comes with like earplugs and stuff. It's wild. Great.
Bring it if you want. Yeah, so I think that next year, I mean, to be honest with you, I think anybody who played this year will be like, hell yeah. Why wouldn't you play again?
Right.
Yeah. And we'll get to the review in a little bit, but like even the break in the middle, I thought the food was actually pretty damn good.
Oh, the food was awesome. I ate 2 burgers.
You got two.
I didn't.
He did
I didn't
order two
finish. I
burgers.
didn't finish the second one. I mean,
Hey, it
I
was
came
half
close.
price, so you just
It
really
was
paid
half
for one.
price. I was so hungry. I didn't eat anything. And I was just mounted down on bacon burgers. Loved
Yeah,
them.
I thought the format was fun though. I thought the whole thing was pretty
laid
good.
back.
My foursome was a little more. We weren't interested in the money game in the back, so we played our own version of a scramble. Like we started 9 playing 2v2, and then we just said let's just play. Like I think I was playing with people who were a little less like competitive in terms of money games. That's no knock to anybody.
Right.
So we were just like, let's take it easy.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun.
Oh, your brother had a comment too coming up on 18, didn't he?
About the nickname of the course?
No, coming up on 18, the end of the round, and coming up and seeing everybody up there.
Oh, yeah. He's like, yeah. So that was great. Foss, you put this together. I think when you guys finished the round, again, my brother, who we haven't played golf together. He hasn't played in years. And we got up to the top and we saw everybody sitting at the green still. And he's like, oh, that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
They're all waiting at the green. The heat was on. You may have noticed 3 guys shanked it and Jimmy B put it right on the green.
Yeah.
So it was, that was pretty fun. That was great. Nice job staying there. Selfie on the 18th at the end. That was good. It was a good time, man.
Yeah.
That was fun. I did say when I left, I was like, I'll never do that again. 36 holes, never. And then after a while, I was like, I kind of want to do that again.
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm in. When I left, I was just so drained. I just couldn't fathom it. And then when I got, showered and I was ready, I was like, yeah,
well-
I'm ready. I'm ready to go back and do it again.
No, I was tired for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Like I was exhausted.
But I'm ready. I'm ready to go back to Shattuck. I thought it made me a better player. And
That was just some heat out there, though, man.
What do you mean it made you a better player?
I thought because it's target golf. You literally have to, like Jimmy was saying, that first hole, you can't just get out there and just hit it to the left. You're going in the crap. You got to hit it right at it to the right. And if you don't hit it in there, you're out. You're out of bounds. And I went and played after that, and I felt like I was just a better player. Like I felt like I could hit it down the middle, move to the
Paying
right,
a little
wherever
more
I
attention
wanted
on the
it.
course because you had no choice there. You had to play it how it was designed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're doing links courses, we're just in everyone else's fairway, and it's no big deal. You're still getting pars and bogeys when you should have lost your ball.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a different game. It's not an apple to an orange. It's like a Mac to a Cortland. So you can still do it. But you know what's funny is even when you play Amherst, it's like 2 separate courses.
Yeah.
The front links
right.
wide open. Back, I don't think there's a whole. Oh well, I guess when you get towards the last
yeah.
half of the back 9, but still,
Yeah.
2
I find
total
other
courses.
fairways no matter what.
Yeah, well, good for you.
You're not finding another fairway. I can tell you that. You're either
gone.
finding your ball in the fairway or you're out.
Right.
You might as well just pick up a new ball. I lost 10 balls. I think that
Leave your
that
driver
day.
and bring your machete.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like that's the kind of place that the ball rolls into the woods. If it's more than like 6 inches into the woods, you're going to need a club and you're going to smack all those weeds around. You probably aren't going to find the ball.
Man.
So tell me more.
Yeah, so the reviews and stuff. I'm sure the story will come out, but
Yeah.
let's get into the reviews now. Then, so this week we're going to spotlight Shattuck. We've already started. We had an event there. We played 36 holes. It was awesome. Let's talk about how we want to do this. So I'm gonna ask each of you, and we'll go back and forth, so it's not always the same person going first. And I haven't really given you guys a lot of heads up on this, so I'm gonna ask you 5 different categories, explain kind of what it is, and I want you to give a rating 1 to 10, 10 being best. And then we'll just go through all 5 and we'll get a score of something to 100. So it's 0 to 100, and we'll see where it ranks, and we'll continue to do this. You guys good with that?
I am.
Yeah.
Austin, if I say anything that's outlandish and you want to just put your opinion in, I welcome that.
No, but it's your opinion.
I
I'll leave it
might
to
have
you.
forgotten some things.
Oh, yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
so you
yeah.
can be
We
collaborative.
can try.
So guess what? That's 200.
Gotcha.
So first category, each one of these, like the golf cart, you when you're doing 18, especially when you're doing 36, is important. And every place seems to have a different twist to their card, or some are new or some are older. So let's talk about the carts there. Austin,
Carts were okay. I'm a big cart guy. Like if you can have the GPS up there for me to let me know where you're going. To me, this was just a normal basic cart, gas powered. As long as it moves and it's fast, I'm okay with it. If it's slow and it can't move, I'm a little down. I mean, I would say it was mid, so it would probably be around a 7.5 is what I would give it.
I think that's actually kind of generous.
Yeah, that's a C.
I mean,
You'd give that a C?
Yeah, I don't really have a problem
when you look
with
at letters, I could see it being a C, but
Yeah,
I'd go 5. And here I want to completely agree with you on one thing for sure. A course like that, you need GPS.
Yeah.
Like you need to know that if I hit it 160 yards instead of 150 yards, that ball's getting swallowed by the swamp, right?
Right.
So that was cool. Gas powered, you never know what you're going to get. Like one might be slower,
Right.
one might be faster. The carts we were on, we had some fun on 16. It was like straight downhill. Mike put it in neutral. We nearly flipped that thing. It was pretty fun.
It would have been you guys.
Yeah. So, but Like I like a cart nowadays, especially if you're playing 36, that has like the little port so you can keep your phone charged.
Right.
Little thing you can put your phone in. What this thing had that I did like is it had the cooler. It had a cooler on it. Which
Love the cooler.
I think it probably, I don't know if the carts had them. I don't think they did. The little thing with the fertilizer you can pour on the shit.
I think they had it.
Did they have the little fertilizer?
Yeah, they had the fertilizer.
I guess
but
we
those
just
are all
didn't
kind
use
of
them.
empty and like, we ran out pretty easily.
Yeah, so I think I don't care about it from an environmental standpoint, but I do think the problem with the gas carts is like they get a little temperamental. Like I think more so than
So
like
they're older carts.
I'd give it like a 5.
Yeah, but so to me, is how many of those things had a plug-in? Like how many carts have you seen that have like a
lot
plug-in where you
nowadays.
keep?
Now it-
I mean, I haven't. I mean,
You
we
gotta-
just played at Amherst. They don't have them. There.
You
They
guys
do
start
in
playing
Amherst.
at nicer
I-
courses.
I haven't. Oh, maybe stay the ones I never get. I've never really had one that had the port.
Seat comfort. You know what's funny is I think on their website they actually said they just got a new fleet of carts, and I'm like, like I don't know, those are that new.
They probably
But
got them cheap.
that place is Four Oaks and Drake it. Those carts. were
Well,
like the
yeah, that's a
Cadillac,
different
baby.
beast.
So
Well,
yeah, that's,
yeah.
a different beast.
I
That
think
would
we
be
have
a
to play
9.
Drake it again and do a
no,
Drake it
I will.
review.
I'm gonna be slightly generous. I'm leaning between 5 and 6. I'm going 6 on the carts.
6 is final.
Like they
What
certainly
are you,
did.
what are you thinking?
I had a 7. So
You stick with 7?
Yeah, I mean, I had no problem with the carts. I really didn't.
It didn't impact my experience. But since you're asking about carts specifically,
Yeah,
you know,
right.
like that.
Sometimes that's a big plus.
The cooler sweep though, and I didn't do this, but you guys did. At the turn, you spun by the snack shack.
Yep, and we had ice and
Yeah, they
Right.
filled you up with ice and beer. Yeah,
right.
that's actually really cool.
Nice.
That's about amenities though, not the cart.
Yep.
So second category is going to be more around the greens itself, not the greens, the putting, not the putting area, but like the fairways, the first cut, the tee box, conditions, how it was laid out, etc. So let's talk about the fairways and first cuts and etc. Roughs.
You want me to go again?
Let's start with Jim. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Well, let's play it like we play it. You start at the tee box. I thought, and I didn't keep track, but I thought a good 2/3, 3/4 of the tee boxes were in as good a shape as you're going to see around New Hampshire. I think you get out to the fairways; they were kept pretty well. I mean, that place has a lot of water on it, so I think just naturally it's going to stay green. There was no first cut though. You were on the fairway, or you're in the rough, or you're in the woods.
Maybe the first cut was the rough.
They did have a lot of apron. So a lot of the greens had a lot of apron on them. The greens themselves, I thought for the most part were in really good shape for most of the holes. I mean,
we'll get to the greens.
That was where we were. I'm sorry.
No. We're still in the fairways and everything except for the greens. We'll get to the greens after
All right,
we
so
get these
the
scores.
aprons were nice, but they had I thought a pretty fair amount of sand traps. I hit out of a few of them, and I thought they were in decent shape. I mean, some of them were hard, but these are New Hampshire sand traps.
They had sand, so that's good enough for me at least. No rocks.
How about water hazards? Because there were plenty of those, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would say the whole thing as a whole was pretty good because again there was such a discrepancy from the fairway to off the fairway
Right.
because of the grass and the out of bounds. So I mean everything looked good because of how bad the other way around it was. Everything was in the
1 to 10 then. 1 to 10. 10
Well,
being
hold
a
up. Are you
PGA
saying good
tournament.
like quality or good like holy shit, this is some thick rough? I really wish I wasn't it.
No, the rough, there was no really rough was out of bounds. I'm saying
much between
everything looked good because how bad everything around it was. So I mean, again, I'm sitting near, getting a 10 would be probably around I'd say a 7 again. I'm going to go with another 7.
This one I'm a little more generous. Like this one I get an 8 burger.
All right.
I thought there was a couple
Let's
of par threes
let's-
that were
Yeah,
Roll right into the greens next.
greens.
Let's roll into the
By the way,
greens.
did you
Talk about the
practice
greens.
green? I didn't even use the practice green. It was huge. I know that much.
I didn't. Oh yeah, we used the practice
Did we?
green right when
Yeah.
we got there.
Okay.
I remember we were over there
big.
bowling. Yeah, the greens. I actually didn't mind the greens, but some of the greens were right next to the water. I ended up going to trying to fight. It wasn't my ball. Someone's ball went into the woods.
Yeah.
I went in and dug in and tried to find a ball, and I turn around and there goes this snake. And I took off. It kind of ruined my experience of trying to find another ball.
Freaking Indiana Jones over here. Nearly had a heart
I
attack.
was
You should have
scared.
saw him turn around and white. And he's like, I'm done. I'm
was
not looking
done
for
with
another
that.
ball. It was a big snake.
Wasn't. I mean, I'm talking big. It was. Crate thing was
That-
big. Oh yeah, it was
That
big.
thing got the big snake?
Well, it was big. I mean, I just saw it going away from me. It was,
Okay.
it was
I
black,
saw the back half of it.
and it was going away from me. But
Northern water snake, probably.
but the greens I thought were kept pretty well. Ball ran pretty well on it. I mean, I'd give it another 7. I'm right there.
Wow, I thought you'd be better on those greens. I thought would give those greens a better score. I thought they were cut well. There wasn't a lot of like dirt. They weren't. I mean, there were a couple of them had a little light patches, but I thought for the most part they were pretty good. I found that a lot of people that play there seem to take my credo a little more seriously, which is, course upkeep is every player's responsibility. I didn't see a lot of ball marks on the greens that weren't fixed. Of course, I was playing behind you guys.
So let's talk about. Well, first let's get your rating on it, and then we're gonna take a break and talk about a green thing that happened there.
I'm gonna go 8 again.
You're going.
I actually thought the course itself was in. I mean, we're close.
Yeah, we're close.
So we're on our second 18. We are just past the snake, and we do a par 3.
Oh, Jesus.
And we get up on the par 3, and what do we see?
Well, we get up there, and there's this big, it looks like somebody just took a duff in it right off the green.
Oh, I actually saw that on one of those holes.
And so we had the guy come around
Marshall.
I guess he was the marshal. He was everything. He was the
Yeah,
marshal,
right.
the counter guy. He was giving us drinks at the end. But he came around. He was looking for the kid that took a stroke because he put it on social media. And I actually found it on one of the Instagram reels.
My green's about 7.5.
So it happened in between our two, and it was like ahead of us by a couple, laughing, recording it, taking a huge chunk out of the green with a big swing, and then So
it wasn't pretty.
I mean, that ball mark.
Yeah, but it's just like, why? Like, what are we doing?
right.
It's funny. I saw that after. I was like, what? Because I don't remember seeing it the first
guy
time.
was driving around looking for him. Hopefully they found him, but to fix that, it's going to ruin that green for a while.
Yeah.
Because even if you patch, you got to get the cohesive when it goes over it. So
I hope he finds it before I do.
You're all about the
course vigilante.
fix that. I'm trying to try and fix it.
I didn't even know. The guy didn't ask me because it happened before you guys, so he didn't have to ask anybody behind him.
So especially that back corner right there. Let's roll into the next one. The hazards they had. So like when we're talking about hitting over stuff, obviously we talked about the woods. So course difficulty really plays into hazards here. So what do you think of the hazards they had in our way?
You had to hit over water multiple times. And that's one of my things is like, oh man, you got to use an extra club just to get it over. Make sure you get it over. You don't want to leave it short. You leave it short, it goes in the water. But you were constantly hitting over things. Even the first hole. I mean, you weren't hitting over water, but you hit it down, and then you had to hit it over.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of obstacles in the way. But I liked it. I love the hazards. I thought it played like it made you play better because you had to play more strategic than. Just get up there and wail.
Yeah, you can't hack at that place.
No, you can't hack. You got to go up there and play strategic.
Well, a couple of those, there were a couple of water holes. I mean, if you're going to roll into rough, you can still hit the ball. But there were a couple of holes, and Luke even mentioned, I think it was 16, that there was that pond right up by them.
Yep.
Like it was a well done pond. It even had I think it had the pylons around it. But there were a couple of those holes where that you couldn't go for the green in 2 unless you knew you could carry it. Because if you rolled, you're rolling into the water.
Oh yeah.
So I thought the hazards were really no joke there. I'd say they came into play on half the holes.
If we're rating the hazards, I'm giving that a 10. I've never experienced anything like that before.
Yeah, I'm going to score that one a 10 as well. But I do want to give particular attention to one of my favorite sections of holes in a golf course I've ever played. It's like the Shattuck's own little version of Amen Corner. You know the one. You got to hit over the water. That par 3. And then there's the next one. And on the website, they actually name the holes, and they call that one a gambler. Because they're trying to, it's a par 4. Remember the second one over the water?
Yeah.
And it's like, how much water are you going to try to take off the shot?
Yeah, they got the par 3 over the water, then the par 4 over the water, and they have the next par 3 over the water.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome. And you know what's fun about it too? You're on those cart paths they built over the water. Those things are like practically a quarter mile long.
I know.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I think, and I've played there in the fall before, and it's even better just because of the foliage.
Yeah, it must be nice, but man, you must have lost a ton of balls.
No, I hit in the fairway.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're a big fairway guy.
Last category, amenities, like the pluses, like that other courses don't have. How's the clubhouse? Does it have food? Does it have drinks at the turn? Does it have water on the course, like that you can drink, or does it have bathrooms on the course? All those type of things that I've seen out there that are value add.
Well,
in some courses,
bathrooms. They got a lot of trees.
Yeah, they didn't have any. I didn't see one bathroom unless I missed it. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong.
I didn't see one.
I didn't see one bathroom. Water was non-existent. There were no really coolers that you could fill up your water. I think I was out of water because it was so hot that day.
Such an easy fix for a golf course.
Yeah, and I'm a big cart girl. I need to see the cart girl at least 3 or 4 times.
Cart person.
Cart person. And I think we may have seen it once or twice.
Did we see a cart?
Wait, hold up. Have you ever seen a cart dude? Like, is that a thing? Has that
Oh,
happened
actually,
before?
I don't think we had one single
Did
car.
we see one?
No, we didn't because we only got stuff at the turn.
Yeah,
I think that's why they have it at the turn, and I think that's why they put a cooler in your cart.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a cart.
Yeah, I don't think there was one actually. Now that I think about it, I might have been mistaken it for something else.
Yeah, water and cart girl, thumbs down.
Yeah, but I will say the clubhouse 10. I absolutely loved that place. Loved it. It had a nice bar.
It wasn't that
had
far
nice
away. You could
food.
see yourself going there just to eat.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
That place was awesome. People did do that.
Yeah.
So I talked to someone from that area, and they said that they go for the burgers on Wednesdays.
We were
It's
rolling
awesome.
off that back 9 at like 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
There were people like dressed, not like they were dressed like they're going to the Waldorf,
but they weren't playing.
They
golf.
weren't playing golf. Bunch of like seniors walking in. That
Yeah.
place was busy. Yeah, I would give that. I mean, I can't give it a 10 for the reasons you.
No,
mentioned.
we-
you needed water. Out
Yeah,
there.
we can't give it a 10, but we give the clubhouse 10. But if we're splitting it, I think you got to go with like a 5 because of how bad everything else was on the course.
Oh,
No cart goal to me is cart person. Cart person.
Cartman.
Cart person to me
Oh.
is automatically down 3.
Oh,
you're
okay.
automatically down 3 points.
Well, next time, just bring your own stuff.
Well, hey, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I look forward to seeing the cart person out there, having that experience. Maybe you got a hot dog on there. I don't know.
I wouldn't take that many points off, but I would take 3 points off for the lack of water, lack of cart girl. And I don't know where this fits into our scoring here, and it's not really an amenity. But freaking $49 to play 18 as much as you
Well,
want.
that's priceless.
So value is
Priceless.
part
Part
of
of
it.
value.
Yeah.
So I don't know
Yeah.
if that was going to be part of the
No,
amenity.
yeah.
Because you said
Yeah.
what this course offers that other
Right,
ones
right.
don't.
Yeah, and a good deal.
That's pretty sweet.
A
So I'm
good
going to
deal.
give that a 7. I think overall it was a 7.
Give that
I,
bar a
I
7.
actually really, really, really like that course and what it has to
Oh,
offer.
I love
the
the course.
downside of the couple things you mentioned.
Yeah, I really like the
snake.
course. The snake.
And I mean, it is a little bit of a drive, but it's not so bad. That wasn't much further than we went to Drake. It's not much further than we went to Wyndham. Wasn't much further than
It's
went to
not a bad
Granite,
drive.
whatever.
We're not talking about drive. I thought the drive was nice, pleasant.
I mean, overall, I think it's one of the better courses we played.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
And so we've said some things to be critical, but that's only to say the best of the best. To me, it's one of the best courses we played this year.
I think everybody
Luke even
seemed to
said
enjoy
it
it.
was his favorite course so far. But
Well, you got to think, man, and that's great. Like if you play around here, you play a lot of like in Merrimack anyway. You
Yeah.
play a lot of Souhegan or Amherst. It's like you're gonna get a little bit of a break when you push the ball, but there, it's like you need to play smart. You could practically leave your driver home.
all right. So you heard it here. Go play Shattuck. Great deals on Wednesdays.
Always get a burger, half price burger.
Great views. Bring a lot of balls, and bring your own water.
Yeah, bring your own water. Maybe even bring your own drinks.
I'm getting a little nervous coming into the beginning of fall here because football season's coming, right?
Oh, yeah.
And so we've had so much momentum playing golf and dad bods and all that. So coming up, fantasy football season, regular football season, gambling season is coming up. How many fantasy leagues are you in?
I would say 5. I'm in 5. I run one at my family one. Matt's in it. Takes place. Actually, the draft is next 24th, which is next Sunday. I can't wait. I love fantasy football. I love getting everything ready for it. I love doing the drafts. I mean, it's just the best time of the year. You got fantasy football, you got regular football, you got college football, you got college basketball getting ready to start. I mean, what more can you ask for if you're a sports fanatic?
The drought.
Yeah.
The summer drought.
I do a lot of betting on all those things, and I can tell you right now, this time it's all dry.
So is your betting
no baseball?
Is your betting's down right now?
No, I haven't bet since
Of course.
last time NBA season was going on. So
Yeah.
I take that time off. I get rid of my stuff and I reload.
I think you've got the opposite view of fantasy football, don't you?
Well, I want to say this first. At least the Sox are playing well enough to kind of, if you don't like baseball, you don't like baseball.
Yeah,
but at least they're kind of taking a little of the burn off of the summer drought.
I will say this though: I watched 2 Sox games, and they were recent. They saw the same pitcher both times. May he won one, lost one. I'm like,
I'll get him in the Hall
I
of Fame.
tune in twice, and I get the same guy.
Well, I'll be careful saying this. I do have an opposite view of fantasy football. Like, if you want to do it and you like it, it's fine by me. But it was probably like 10 years ago. Like, I was only in a couple leagues, and I just one time I was like, I don't think I want to do a league this year. Because I found myself watching football games that I really couldn't give a rat's ass about, hoping for some guy I didn't know anything about
Right.
to like take a handoff and run for a touchdown. And I'm like, it lost the appeal for me. And the longer I went without doing it, the more I'm kind of like, it's funny. Actually, I'm saying this, but I could be convinced to be in a fantasy football league, but I don't know anything about the game anymore. I don't know anything about the players.
So you don't have the red zone?
I don't think so.
See, that's a big.
If I don't know, I probably don't.
You need the red zone because it'll keep things going for you. You're not just watching one game; it's switching over to who's in the red zone.
It's not that I don't like watching football.
No, but then it'll make it a little more exciting. The guy. You know, I mean, I don't know.
I guess speaking of red zone, might be moving to ESPN.
Yes.
Or is that a fact now?
I think that's a fact.
Is that on a plus? Probably it's got to be a paid subscription, right?
I
don't know
any of those details yet, but they're buying the red zone.
Watch some football with you guys this fall.
All right.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, why not? Like, I enjoy the camaraderie. I love it. Like, I like that it's something that Americans all get excited about.
Yeah.
And they do it.
I'm surprised you don't do it because, it's on the betting apps and stuff like that. And you can do it week to week.
I'd rather bet the games individually. Like, I'd rather just bet sports individually.
Yeah.
But,
well, and especially if there's a good deal, right? Didn't you find yourself a good deal down in your last trip to Washington in your little vacation?
Yeah, I did. I got to square this away with the good folks at Fanatics. No, like I didn't see the fine print, but they're like, if you do some, like, it's basically a new member bonus or whatever. Like, we can't use Fanatics up here. So it's like, you get a free $50 bet for every $10 real money bet. So I just put $50 in this thing, and I lost. I lost my 10, and I put the free $50 bet, and I lost. And I put 10. I was like 9 out of 10. But the one win I got was one of the $50 bets. So they don't give you the 50; they just give you the winning. So I won like so I had $75 in this, and I'm leaving Maryland or DC or wherever I was, and I'm like, oh, let me just go ahead and withdraw the $75 I have. It didn't tell me I couldn't.
Yep.
Like, I won the bet. So then, so I put the Venmo request in to do the withdrawal. Just put it to a DraftKings account here. And then they're like, we're reviewing your withdrawal request. I'm like, all right, whatever. So like 3 days later, like, we're reviewing your withdrawal request. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then at some point, they just basically sent me an email and said, your account's been suspended. And I'm like, why are you guys being so nasty like that?
You were
so
too good.
If I knew, too good, yeah, I won 1 out of 10 bets. Honestly, if I knew that like they were going to suspend the account and not give me my $75, I would have said just leave it in there.
So why'd they suspend your account?
Nobody told me anything. They just did it. So I think if I just contact support #Fanatics, I think if I just could contact their support team and say, hey, I only withdrew it because I can't use it in New Hampshire. So can you just put the $75 back in there?
You're on a list now.
You know what's wild about those things is you can never get anyone on the phone. It's all support. You got to just support.
Probably AI.
That's it. Yeah, might be. But you can't get anyone on the phone.
Honestly, I think it runs in like 10 states.
Yeah.
And I want to say one of them is Connecticut and maybe even Massachusetts. It's like, just give me my $75 of winnings and I'll just lose it some other time instead in another state. I'll fill you guys in on it in the next podcast. I'm sure everybody's really dying to know.
Yeah.
So we're getting close to time. What course do we want to review next week?
Well, we might play tomorrow, so maybe it's going to be wherever we play tomorrow.
Maybe we'll ask out there. What course do you want us to review from the New Hampshire area?
One other place I'd like to get back out to because it's kind of Shattuck-esque is Crotched Mountain. We played Crotched last year.
Play Crotched, yeah.
I mean, we'd have to figure out the times. That's the cool thing about those places out there is they almost always have time available like the next day. Yeah. That place is where we
Yeah, that was on the hills and stuff.
cut off a green.
Yeah, we were
not
way
you
up there.
personally. It was pretty tough.
Yeah, I played pretty well there. I actually wouldn't mind going back.
It's hilly. That place
Yeah,
you need to be a billy goat if you're not going to have a car count.
Yeah.
Like you'd be insane not to. But I'd do that. I think that place is fun.
Yeah, I think we should
Again,
also
it's not executive. You can't hit right or you're gone.
Yeah, I mean, we should also do some of our water holes here, like our Southegans where we play all the time, Amherst. So people know what we think about our own stuff too. And I wouldn't mind doing Crotched. I think we should do Four Oaks eventually.
Sweet carts, man. Those seats.
We'll talk about
We'll get
that.
the list going.
The Adam Freeman call out too, by the way. Adam, it's out there.
Going to look to play his course. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. If we can, I'm only busting. I don't really care. I mean, I'd like to. He said he could do it. I think it'd be fun. It's just another tool in the tool belt, another course.
All right. Well, some highlights. If you're doing the 2v2, get in there, buy your ticket. You go into Myrtle, get your deposit in, go buy your ticket. Look for polls to come out on maybe how we do 2v2 and make things a little more fun. All right, that's enough for now.
Oh, maybe next time, by the way, we'll talk about the New England Golf Guide.
Ooh, teasing it.
Yeah,
I thought you had to go to Myrtle to see it.
Big market tease. That's true. If you're not coming to Myrtle Beach, you don't get the coupon.